Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel once again, and welcome back to some more Destiny 2 news, which we'll explain shortly. Now, before we get to the weekly update for this week, last week, during the This Week at Bungie update here, they got everything updated except for the one thing here. They forgot to mention a little bit about Iron Banner. Now, obviously, you guys already know about Iron Banner. It's running from June 6th to the 12th there, so obviously everybody knows about that. So, Iron Banner, game mode there will be Supremacy, which everybody knows by now. Yeah. You get the helmet and class item for all three. Yeah, you guys know that. Pretty sure it's Scout Rifle and I think it's Shotgun, but I'm not too sure. But you guys already know about that, so we we don't need to explain that. But yeah, Iron Banner is going until the weekly reset on June 13th, and I believe there's about 2 more Iron Banners to go in Destiny 1 before we go on over to Destiny 2. Now, as you saw from the trailer from Destiny 2, there was either in the subclasses trailer or the guided games trailer. And of course, thanks to a couple of YouTubers for giving out this information here. The Hunter might have been wearing some Iron Banner armor. So we know for a fact that Iron Banner will be in Destiny 2 for sure. So there you go. That's a little piece of information there. But we're not going to talk about that. Oh, no. We're going to get to some Destiny 2 news right now. So the latest This Week at Bungie just popped up. This was their final TWAB before they get ready for E3 2017, which starts in 2 days. Now again, the briefings will go from June 10th to the 13th, with interviews going from June 13th to the 15th. So obviously, EA starts it off on June 10th at 3, then Microsoft June 11th at 5 p.m. Eastern. Bethesda, which I'm taking a nap from that one. That might have been my best snore of all time. No, I'm kidding. No, it's it's coming up at 10 p.m. And then after that, on Monday, we have Ubisoft with their briefing at 4, which then leads to the main event. Sony with their briefing at 9 p.m. And then Nintendo June 13th at noon. So, again, here's what they said here. This week at Bungie, we're ready to board our flights for E3. Now, obviously, the whole team there is preparing for the next mission. They're being trained to staff the playable attractions. They've already packed their bags full of branded apparel, and answers to the questions that you've been asking us since the gameplay reveal, where hundreds of players eventually got their first taste of Destiny 2 action. But next week, actually, in I think it's 4 days in in LA for the Sony briefing, thousands of Guardians will take a step into our new worlds. Now, if you'll be one of them attending E3, which I know there's going to be a lot of YouTubers out there, and sadly for myself, I cannot go. I know that's a bummer. You'll have a chance to lay your hands on a controller connected to a PS4 Pro in the Activision booth. Now, it's going to be at number 1001. So that'll be for PS4 Pro players. The PlayStation booth, which is PS4 only, that'll be number 4322. And if you want to do it on PC and possibly Xbox, it'll be in NVIDIA's booth, which is in the West Hall at number 5230. Now, if you're not going to be at E3, but if you want to watch it from the virtual perimeter, they're going to give you a glimpse behind the scenes. Now, Cosmo and looks like Deej will be there for sure. This will probably be their 5th E3 appearance overall. Now, sorry about that. He'll be walking the beat to capture all the special moments as players come into their contact with a favorite new Guardian for the first time. Now, everything he'll share will be tagged with hashtag D2E3. So obviously, Destiny 2 Entertainment Expo. That's E3 for sure. We'll make announcements to make, interviews to highlight, and many encounters with people for our community to immortalize. Now, what they'll be announcing at E3? Well, there are some rumors here. Pretty sure we're going to get behind-the-scenes updates there. Pretty sure there's a good chance we'll see an E3 trailer a brand new gameplay trailer that is. Possibly a campaign mission. Oh my god, if I can ever talk today. Campaign mission, and possibly a new strike. I don't know. But I'm pretty interested on the PlayStation content that they'll be announcing. Because remember, they have a relationship, which I've already said like a million times. Will they reveal some PlayStation content over at E3, or will they wait until the end of the summer to let us know about that? I have no idea for sure, but we will get down to the bottom of this for sure. But there's one more thing I want to point out at the Sony briefing when Destiny 2 will be there. The closed beta. Now, what I will tell you, there's a good chance we will get a release date for the closed beta, which will be the first of 2 betas for the summer. Now, we know it's not going to be in June. We know that. It will be in July, but they will tell us the actual release date. Now, it could start or end on the 17th of July. We don't know. We expect a full announcement on Monday's briefing, so don't you dare miss it. It's going to be fantastic. And one more thing before I go. I think this was the other piece of information. Oh, actually, no. 2 more pieces of information. Excuse me. Before we get to this piece of information, I will let you know that Deej and Cosmo will be at GuardianCon 2017, which is about 3 weeks away, on June 30th and July 1st, and potentially the weekend before the possible Destiny 2 closed beta. Like I said, I don't know yet. It could go from the 7th to the 17th, or the 17th to the 27th. Who knows? So again, GuardianCon 2017 will be in Tampa Bay, June 30th and July 1st. And one last thing before we go, save the date, folks. Now, here's what they said. The roadmap for the launch of Destiny 2 is marked with many awesome moments and amazing destinations. Now, if you're from the Seattle area, or the sort of person that wants to, or eventually like to travel to meet new and interesting people like Deej and Cosmo, for example, this is one engagement that you can definitely put on your calendar. Destiny will be going to PAX West for the 2nd straight year. Now, last year they brought Destiny to PAX, which is more likely Rise of Iron for last year. But this year, they're doing it even bigger. Now, they'll have a building of their very own, which is actually going to be a whole theater. Now, this will include a gathering of players in the backyard, and many of us at Bungie will have a chance to meet the people who fill the games, or fill our games, with the most important ingredient, and we'll celebrate the community that has helped us to create a world worthy of a sequel. So there you go, folks. So yeah, Destiny 2, or in other words, Bungie / Activision, will be at PAX West 2017, and that will run on the very first weekend of September. It runs from September 1st all the way to the 4th. Tickets are on sale as of right now. And that will be the final weekend before Destiny 2 launches for Xbox One and PS4, and possibly PS4 Pro on September 8th. And again, no release date for the PC version yet, but hopefully we'll get a release date for the PC at the E3 briefing. Hopefully for the Sony one, that is. So yeah, there you go. That's their roadmap right there. And before I go, I'm going to give you my E3 predictions. Either my top 3 or top 5. Number 1 for sure, obviously, Destiny 2, which I'm so excited to play for. Hopefully within a month to 3 months from now. And by the way, there's a good chance we'll get an open beta between early to mid-August, with possibly 2 to 3 pre-launch streams happening between the middle and the end of August, which we hope. So obviously, number 1 would be Destiny 2. Number 2, definitely going to be Call of Duty World War II. Number 3, the brand new Assassin's Creed game. Could be Origins or Empire. Number 4 and 5 will be Final Fantasy 15. Now, the reason why I went for 4 and 5, because number 4, we have episode Prompto. Now, it's rumored to be coming out this month in June, but we don't have a release date yet. But since Gladiolus was launched at the end of March, it would make sense to launch it at the end of June. So I would take a guess and say they'll probably launch the second episode at the end of June. So I'm going to guess June 27th, which would fall on a Tuesday. And number 5 would be the third and final episode, which would be episode Ignis. And that may come out in the fall. And then after that, if they do surprise us even more with Final Fantasy 15, the story expansion pack, which would be the last piece of the season pass information, would be rumored to come out in the winter time of this year. So who knows? That's my top 5 E3 predictions. So other than that, I'm going to keep it short and sweet. So that's your Destiny 2 roadmap. E3 to start. Guardian Con, June 30th and July 1st in Tampa. And PAX West 2017 from September 1st for the 4th. Then we'll play Destiny 2, thankfully. So that's it, folks. Now, if you want to enjoy some Destiny 2 news throughout the entire summer, and maybe even watch E3 in your living room, now the way you want to watch E3, you can do it either on Twitch, on YouTube, on IGN, or maybe even on your app there on PS4 or Xbox One, and PC for sure, if you're going to be watching it online. I'll definitely watch it for sure. At least 4 conferences. EA, Sony, Microsoft, and possibly Ubisoft. That's my 4 briefings I will be seeing in the next few days. Now again, if you are a subscriber and you want to see some incredible stuff like E3, Destiny 2, Call of Duty, etc., if you are indeed a subscriber, definitely hit that notifications button by hitting that bell. There's a good chance we'll be doing some gameplay throughout the summer, which would then lead up to Destiny 2. And if you are brand new to the channel and like the content so far, definitely hit that subscribe button as we continue our road to 500 subs. We're nearly there. We're almost at 450, so hopefully we'll get there very soon. And of course, leave a like in the comment in the video section too. And when we talk to you guys again next time, enjoy E3 2017, folks. It's going to be exciting. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time.